Hi, I'm Hazel, and today I'm going to be exploring the BfA Alliance Hub of Boralus for the very first time. Now, I was originally going to try and finish every quest in Drustvar so I could kind of progress here naturally, but turns out there's a lot of quests in Drustvar and some of them are broken because it's still alpha. So eventually I decided that, you know what, I'm just going to open up my map, we're going to go on a journey, and I'm going to check this out. So I have not looked anything up, I have not watched any videos, I don't know what is or isn't going to be here, and I figure we're just going to take a walk through and explore it for the first time. So here you can see is Boralus as seen from a little bit away. We're in Hatherford right now, so if Hatherford is right here, then this is the Alliance Hub, which is called Boralus. You can see we've got a ferry flight point and a regular flight point. So there are two different types of flight points. There are ferries, which will take you to various docks, and there are regular flight points. They are not interchangeable at all, but they use the same icons, which is vaguely confusing, but you know, you'll figure it out. So some things that I'm going to be looking out for as we go through here. I want to see what the portal setup looks like. I want to see what the profession trainer setup looks like. I want to see if there's an auction house. I want to know if there's a black market auction house. I want to see what the bank setup looks like, as well as things like, is there a mission board? Are there nice places to fish? If I go into an inn, are there going to be lovely, comfy, well set up places for me to sleep? I kind of like to role play my character walking into an inn and then sleeping in a bed at the end of a day of playing WoW, even though I'm not really a role player. So far, this actually kind of reminds me a little bit of a BD. Oh, is this really the first thing that you're gonna see when you run into the city? You just run in from the docks, you got a couple of warehouses, and then here is a lovely gallows well, this is a safe place to jump. So there, you know, that's there. That might feature in some kind of roleplay or cutscene, I don't know. I don't know if there's really any questing content being done here. I do know that this is an Alliance-only hub, so Horde have their own hub that is separate. We have here's a Stablehand. He's looking a little bit shifty. Look, that is about as shifty as a person can look. So something that's new in BfA actually is these different NPC poses. So typically in WoW before this, if you saw an NPC, he'd typically be standing somewhere, or maybe sitting in a chair if he's lucky, or like sleeping on the floor. You know, those are kind of his options. And now, you know, sometimes they lean. Sometimes they lean and they cross their legs and they look around very suspiciously. And here we have a city pup. It's such a tiny puppy. So that's not the corgi. That's like the shepherd model, but it's smaller. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Oh, he's so little. He walks a little bit funny. I can click on that. What does that do? Oh, I can pet. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I wish I had seen this before the gallows. Why am I laughing at him? Can I pet him as much as I want? Does that give me a buff? No, that's just my food buff. So I pet the puppy and then I stand up and I kick my head back and I cackle. But what does the puppy do? Is he happy? Oh, he likes it. Oh man, best city. Okay, that completely makes up for just the execution stage at the entrance. Do we go left? Do we go right? This appears to be a bunch of sludgy dockness. Obviously this is, oh yeah, Boralus Docks FM. Obviously this is alpha, this place is not finished yet, there's lots to still go in. I'm sure there's going to be more NPCs, more going on, possibly some quests, possibly some phasing issues. Okay, so what does it look like when the phase lets us see everything, alright? So there may or may not be dirt inside of here, depending on which angle you look at. There may or may not be dirt. If there isn't dirt, you know, we got some nice food, we got some, oh, I've disappeared. I just want to look at the food. I want to look at the food. Alright, well that's about as close as we're gonna get to the food, you know? You know what you want for lunch sometimes is just a plate with an apple and some bread and some... No, that's not cheese, that's a drumstick, okay. So far it was looking like one of my lunches, but the drumstick kind of ruined it. You got some cheese over there, there's your cheese, there you go. I got another... Is this another table hidden in a pile of dirt? There may be some kind of a quest where you actually, like, recover this, that may be what the phasing's all about. Hard to say, but, you know... Buildings that may or may not include various amounts of dirt. Alright, well, let's keep going. So, I'm hoping that at least some of the amenities are in. So we got some boats here. This boat appears... Oh. Alright, well... The ramp doesn't work, but you know, the water's not that deep, so it's fine. You know, I'm just gonna head over here. This water is shallow enough to ride your mount around on, and that looks like it appears to be the case for a lot of the oh, no, not all the harbor, just that bit. Alright. There is a drop off there. Oh, what's underneath then? What happens if we swim? Very little. There appears to be some litter over here. Is that a fishing bobber? Oh, that is a fishing bobber. Who's fishing? Is there a player fishing, or is that just, it's lost? Doesn't appear to be attached to anything. Anyways. Oh, there's some dapper rat foot pads. Some dapper rat thugs. Is that a gang? Maybe I missed it. Maybe there was some quest text I was supposed to be reading earlier that introduced me to the dapper rat gang. Oh man, alright, well, I'm not gonna bother them because if I've learned anything from the alpha so far, it's that things hurt and they will kill you when you don't expect them to. So I'm just gonna leave them alone. We have some nice hook point citizens. This could be a rally, this could be a TED Talk, it's hard to say. But, you know, people should really know better than to listen to people that have Doom in their names by now. That roof. Look at the roof on that building. So there are some buildings that have, like, these shark lamps on the floor. Like, just throughout Drusvar especially. But check out, you know, you've got some octopus tentacles, like a big anchor. Obviously, you've got a huge nautical theme with a lot of the Alliance content. But can I visit the puppy? Alright, I'm leaving the puppy alone. Alright, so here, this looks like it might be the start of a profession setup. Here's another example of actually NPC posturing, just doing something other than just standing. Like, check out this guy, he's just sitting on some steps. Oh, he's sniffing. He's chewing, he found a bit of his lunch in his mustache. Like, just looking at that guy, you can already kind of smell the city, and I appreciate that. We got a bulletin board over here. We've got some tally marks and things crossed off. That could be like a bounty board, and the people who are crossed off made their way to the galleys, you don't know. We've got an innkeeper sign over here. None of these signs have like mouse over titles yet. I don't know if they will. It looks like there's another inn sign over here. Oh, I can go into this one. And in here, you would think it's an inn, and maybe it is, but so far there's really nothing inside of here. They could throw down a table or two and stick an innkeeper inside, and that would make it an inn. We do, however, have a seafood feast on the outside. And every expansion, the modeled food in WoW, I feel like looks just a little bit tastier, with the exception of Warlords of Draenor, where it was very well modeled, but it looked like a bunch of chunks of uncooked meat. That looks pretty good. I mean, it's making me kind of hungry. I think I had lunch. We're going first person again. And this lovely young man is cleaning his horse. He's cleaning one spot of his horse. Actually, that might be a donkey. No, it's huge. That's way too huge to be a donkey. I don't really know. Well, look at its shaggy feet. I have no idea. You know, you can purchase some rope. You can purchase some ship books. And over here we have some NPCs arguing. You can see they do look like regular humans. These two young ladies look exactly identical, which is a little bit spooky. Over here, it looks, oh my gosh, we have a vendor we can talk to. A weapons vendor. Hi, Annie. Annie is using old human hairstyle. She will sell me some brass knuckles, a slicing claw, or some deadly fist blades. Those do not look like new models. They're very shiny, but I think I might have seen those before somewhere. It's kind of hard to say. Over here, Timothy Green is an alchemy vendor, so this must be our alchemy setup. Lovely, nice sign there. He's going to sell you some crystal vials, nothing too crazy. Got a Boralus worker back here. He's reading. I kind of like his head bandana thing. Like, look at that. You get like a big scalp window in the back. Anyways, got workers through here. Oh, a big love rocket for. Oh, that's pretty good. So this looks like it could be a black market auction house setup. This guy is labeled as an auctioneer. I can't interact with him at this time. It could be auction house, could be black market auction. It's hard to say. Obviously, nobody's going to be actually buying big love rockets for 1,400 gold, or if they are, I might want to fight them. I'm hoping that's a black market auction house setup. I would understand if we didn't have a proper auction house in the major city, because they don't like doing that, or they'll like putting like engineer-only auction houses in. That's the way it's been for a bit. But a black market would be very nice. We got a fish market over here. Let's check out the fish market. We got big chunks of ice with some nice fishies, a couple different types of fishies, some crabs. The crabs kind of have like googly faces with like little grins. Those are kind of goofy. I like those. She's going to sell me nothing. There's a fishing vendor. She will sell me nothing, but presumably this would be a good area to stick a fishing trainer. This lady appears to be throwing fish. Let's take a look at that. So, you know, kul'tiras lady. Oh, she picked one up. And did she just throw that at me? She's probably just throwing them on the pile, right? Yeah, she got a fish. oh, she's throwing it to this guy. This guy's catching it. What are you doing? Oh, is he cleaning it? Top tier fish handling animations right there. And you've got some more fish that appear to be stored just like in a net. Those ones are not refrigerated. I will not be buying those ones. I have a mixologist over here. He's going to be selling me some mead or some T-swin. Never heard of that. It's probably a thing. It's probably quite alcoholic. This looks like a fun market. I'm digging the string lights. I'm digging the cheese vendor. You know, you just come down, you buy some cheese, you buy some booze, you sit down on like this nice table with some extra cheese and bread. You know, you talk to this guy, you talk to all of these Boralus civilians. It would be neat if more of them had names, but I mean, maybe all things a good time. This guy's gonna sell you sausages. I will say preemptively, until you have played through a certain area in Drusvar, I would beware of eating the sausages, but I mean, you do you. It won't be anything new to Forsaken. We got a fish vendor. She'll sell you some old fish recipes, curry fish and fish jerky. Those are some older types of fish. Those may get swapped out. That was a lovely market. There was nothing to actually really do there, but that was kind of cute. What have I missed? That's more Dapper Rat area. That guy is still cleaning his donkey. Some stairs. Where does this go? Some of these stairs don't work. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, well, clearly this isn't finished yet, because there is a giant pit under the stairs that you can fall into, and I don't think I'm going to be getting out of here. Do you think I can climb up through this crevasse? No. No. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Alright, so I'm like in the middle of the ocean, like in between where my hearth was and the city, and there's this boat with a board mouse over. But it says I need to be closer, and I don't know how much closer I can get. Can I just take this boat? Are we gonna be able to steal boats? Alright, well, it won't let me take the boat, but there's clearly intention to, at some point, have some kind of boat-taking capability. Now, granted, this boat is mostly sunk. I would assume that there's been some boat damage incurred, you know, at some point in that process, but man, if you are a pirate role player, this is gonna be your expansion, I'm telling you. Alright, so as I come back in, I'm kind of noticing a flying something. Like, what do you guys think that is? It kind of looks like a door on a balcony, but it's not attached to anything. Do you think there's gonna be like an airship over there? Is it a balloon? Is it a blimp? Is it a UFO? Has StarCraft finally come to WoW? It really looks like a door with a fishing rod, doesn't it? Like a little piece of dock. You know, I don't think that's actually gonna be part of the game. I think that that's just a piece of dock that's gotten a little bit misplaced. All right, so we're gonna head back past the gallows, heading kind of in a more leftwardly direction, although I am real scared of these stairs. Stairs have let me down in the past. Raid winds, oh, I found the flight point though, that's important. All right, so we got that much so far. We got some nice harbor guards. Let's take a look at their armor actually real quick. So he looks like he's very much prepared. Well, it looks like his chin strap is not enough to encase the majesty that is his chin, but it looks like otherwise he's very prepared for rain. We have Bruno the Brick. Bruno the Brick is lovely. That is one of the new horse models. He is once again being cleaned, and it's nice that we have NPCs cleaning horses. It would be even better if they would clean them in more than just the one spot, because it kind of hurts just watching him, but you know, it's a big improvement over an NPC just kind of standing in the vicinity of a horse, so, you know, we're getting places. Oh, we have Ron Mahogany, the Anchor Man. That sounds like a reference. Yes! I have not seen that. Have I seen that movie? I can just hear people unsubscribing. Big reference there. And he will sell you Arctic fur in exchange for heavy borean leather. I don't know if that's going to stay, because those are northern regions, but you know, it's there, and that's kind of funny. That's kind of cute. We have an innkeeper over here, so we got an innkeeper and a mailbox. Those are the first actual amenities we've seen. And then he will sell me all sorts of weird stuff. He's got some schnapps and some brandy. He's got some goat's milk and some crab apples, and he's got cheese and stormberries and rutabagas. And I don't think I trust these stairs. It looks like it just goes up to a cannon anyway, so I'm gonna leave those alone. Oh, there's a fountain? All right, I can get on board with this. Let's check that out. So, it's probably of somebody. Who is that? Somebody I should know. He's got a book, and he's got an alliance hammer. I want to say Uther. Nah, we don't make statues of Arthas anymore. We don't really talk about that, do we? It's gotta be Uther. Who else has like a big hammer? Probably a lot of people, huh? Oh, we have a banker. Okay, so here's a bank. Not too terribly far from the innkeeper. So you got some vendors, you got a bank, you got an innkeeper kind of back that way, you know, we got a sweet statue, we got a bartender. I don't really know what else you need aside from maybe some portals. Obviously the city's not finished yet. There's lots of good places where you could put portals. The one thing that I do hope that we see when that kind of thing goes in is having them be in a one location, you know? There is a reason that people still use the Pandaria hubs even after we had Storm Shield and Warspear in Draenor. Is because in Storm Shield and Warspear, all of the portals were like split out into their own little faction places, and it was very cute with like all the decorations and whatever, but they were spread out, you know? Sometimes you don't know which portal you want to go to until you walk up to them and you open the portal fridge and you stare at it for a while. You need to have all of your options in front of you, so I hope that it works out that way. I would like to see a black market auction house at that auction setup. I'm assuming that's where that's going to go. It's really hard to say at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a regular auction house, and that's fine. That's what bank alts are for. And it's nice to see that we have, you know, a banker. So it'll be fun to see the city fleshed out. It already has a ton of personality. It has a hole in the floor right there. I think it has lots of room as well, especially when you're on ground. It'll probably feel a little bit smaller once you have gotten onto flying mounts. I'm interested to find out more about the Dapper Rat thugs. That sounds just like a whole couple words of its own. And overall, just a very intriguing city with a lot of atmosphere. I think it's got a lot of character. So now I'm excited to check out the Horde equivalent. The Horde will of course have their own city in BfA, so I will be taking a look around that at some point. It's probably gonna have similar amenities, but obviously a very, very different flavor. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me. Shout out to my Patreon supporters for helping keep the lights on, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!